What's up everyone and welcome to Best Car Reviews. I'm Ben and today we'll be dissecting the 2023 GMC Canyon AT4X Edition 1 versus the 2023 Chevy Colorado ZR2 Desert Boss in a spec breakdown. Before we start, please like and subscribe so I can continue to bring accurate and clear car reviews in under 10 minutes. Let's get started. It's a new year and a new era for the Canyon in Colorado. These sister trucks have been redesigned and decked out for 2023. The AT4X Edition 1 and the ZR2 Desert Boss are set to provide the best stock off-road capability of a midsize truck to date. The days of wanting the factory to release a truck that doesn't need mods is over. For a serious chunk of change, that is. Trying to decide which one of these ultimate off-roaders you want to buy is challenging. So let's break down the key specs in the Best Car Reviews chart of facts. Beginning with price, these two are neck and neck. There's no way around it. You will need to shell out $70K in the end to own one of these beasts. Granted, the product you are receiving for the money is tremendous. As of now, there are no other mid-sized trucks available at this price point, so if you want a truck that's capable from the factory, then you choose between these two. Both these trucks offer the same engine, the new 2.7-liter, 4-cylinder, turbocharged high-output engine, putting down 310 horsepower and 430 pound-feet of torque. With more power than their V6 predecessors and better MPGs, you don't have to worry about sacrificing gas costs for capability. Not that anyone buys a truck like this for MPGs anyway. This engine from GM is being highly praised and should do a phenomenal job. Most people would say the only thing that would make it better would be a diesel option. Continuing on with identical features is the suspensions on these trucks, both coming off the line with a 3-inch lift and a new set of upgraded Multimatic DSSV dampers. These new and improved shocks are supposed to be better than the previous sets on the second-gen ZR2s. The previous generation is supposedly prone to leaking. Moving on to tires, we once again find these trucks with the same setup. Both models will be sporting 33-inch Goodyear Wrangler Territory tires. Stepping up to 33s from the factory is a major thing. Not only do they look fuller and beefier, but usually these trucks come with a 31 to 32-inch tire from the factory, and that means upgrading to 33s means you need to trim your truck, which is never ideal. Being 33-inch capable from the factory is a major upgrade for the avid off-roader, plus they look way cooler than a 31-inch tire. When it comes to approach and departure angle, we finally find a difference. The departure angles only differ by 1/10 of a degree. However, the Desert Boss edges out the Edition 1 on approach angle by 1.4 inches. This may seem like a small number, but imagine you are rock crawling and you come across a rock that's going to cut it close. Having an extra 1.4 inches of clearance can easily make the difference between making it and not. The Desert Boss certainly earns a point over the Edition 1 in this case. Both of these trucks offer excellent protection to the undercarriage with multiple aluminum skid plates covering the important components under the truck. The last thing you want to worry about when off-roading is scraping up your truck, so GM has you covered there, and they better have you covered for $70,000. When judging the interiors, we'll look at pictures soon. They are very close, but the AT4X gets the slight edge, with premium seats and a dash area that gives a feel of luxury more so than the Desert Boss. The Edition 1 gets a point back for that. Although these trucks aren't purchased for beautiful interiors, it should still be taken into consideration because interiors in trucks are a much bigger deal than it was in the past, with a greater emphasis on interior quality. Some other features on these packages to touch on are the Desert Boss having a tough looking sports bar that runs down the bed and has a mounted light bar across the top, a front bush bar, and an undercarriage camera. The Edition 1 offers the same undercarriage camera as well as 9 others, a similar front bush bar, a winch, which you never know when you will need, but it can be crucial when you do, and a 30-inch light bar mounted in the grille. Looking at some pictures of these models at different angles, it's obvious how jacked up these trucks are. They're wide and decked out to the nines with special touches that the lesser trims would never see. Knowing how similar these trucks are when comparing the specs, the final decision for the buyer is really going to come down to which design they prefer. I've looked at these pictures 1,000 times and I change my mind on which is better every time I switch models. If you're going all in, then you can't go wrong either way. Here's a look at the Multimatic DSSV shocks that these trucks will be showcasing. Extremely capable and tough, you'll be able to articulate around any obstacle. These are the tires for these models. This picture is from the Canyon, but it is the same tire on the Chevy as well. Excellent sidewall protection and thick tread for an overall fantastic tire from the factory. Looking at the interiors, we have different themes that look very modern and sleek. The Canyon brings a more luxurious and sophisticated design, which I think appeals to anyone who would see it. The Desert Boss offers a more tough-looking, outdoorsy look, if you will. Personally, I love the interiors for the Desert Boss and the look it's trying to achieve, but I would pick the Edition one over it with a slight edge. Here's a look at the winch offered on the Canyon. This is another big mod that serious off-roaders install, and having it from the factory is a super nice convenience as this install can be quite complicated. You may never need a winch or you may need it frequently. Either way, it's very reassuring to have. A quick look now at the undercarriage camera on these models. Both trucks offer 10 different cameras to give you the best angles around your truck. In review, both these trucks are mean and ready to crush the trails and your wallet. If you are in the market and trying to choose between these trucks, then you will have an easy but difficult choice at the same time. Easy because you don't have to choose features on one over another since they are essentially the same truck at heart, but difficult for the same reason. You will have to pick which one you think is cooler. Obviously, there's different colors available and small design features that allow you to zone into what you think is the best looking option, but thankfully there's no going wrong either way. Thank you for watching this Best Car Review. Please subscribe if not already, and I'll catch you on the next Best Car Review.